Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Got some expert challenges done on the stream not too long ago. Those will be up soon. I said I was gonna do them live on YouTube. I'm not sure if I've talked about this. It's been 2 days since I played this game in this format. I did co-op with Cranberry yesterday, but I didn't play anything else other than, I didn't play anything else of this game lately. I had the last 2 days off from streaming, and I did the recordings all at once for these 2 days. So yeah, expert challenges are going to be on their way. I got a few more highlights that I want to put up, and then I'll get the expert challenges over here. I said I was going to do them as a YouTube exclusive, and then I realized that I did not have the time, and they make better content for the stream, because just like trying 5 or 6 different things is a lot better to me than just going like, okay, we're gonna play this trial, oh I lost, okay, move on, and then come back to it like a day later when I've forgotten everything I learned. So keep your eye out for that. Probably starting in like 2 or 3 days I'll have those coming up. And oh my. I see today we are suffering. It's melting Umbra. We got Seraph the chase with Draft making of a morsel wicked blaze. So this start to me screams one thing, and it's reform Rector and basically just ignore Umbra in this run. That's it. That's all this one screams to me. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Don't forget, if you enjoy, feel free. Oh shit, we got exploding candle. Alright, this run's easy. Sweet. Never mind, this one's going to be pretty free. Or I'm just going to get smacked. But if you enjoy, don't forget to drop me a comment, and, you know, subscribe if you want to. Okay, it's a little less free because I didn't get Reform Rector, but it's still fine. Crazy that Burnout feels like losing the lottery here, but it should be okay. But yeah, support's been crazy. Got some more stuff coming up. Neon Abyss should be live, actually, with when this video is going up. So if you want to check that out, the first episode of Neon Abyss went up like 3 hours ago. Feel free to take a look if you enjoy me, basically. Okay, it's fine. Oh, what? Oh my god, I didn't grab the draft there? Oh, that's crazy. I swear I grabbed the draft there. That's fine. A little unfortunate, but mostly just fine. Hate to see it. Okay, we still caught the collector. The only thing I was risking there was not catching the collector. I can't believe I misclicked that. Usually I'm pretty good about not misclicking things like that. But yeah. Check out Neon Abyss. Also, let me know if you have any other things that you think would be cool to watch me play. I'm open to your suggestions. Drawing Wicked Blaze here is very unfortunate. However, I'm pretty sure that we will be okay. Most important thing at this point is to remove all cards from the deck that we can, so that we can hopefully redraw into Wicked Blaze in time. And you may be thinking, why didn't I play that draft? And the reason is because he would just die. He would just die right here. Like, he would go 1 round and he would pass away. So there was no reason to, essentially. Because, or he wouldn't even get the 1 round, right? Whereas later down the line, he's going to be worth 50 damage when I draw back into him, maybe 100 damage if I drew into him here. It doesn't matter, we drew into Wicked Blaze, we bring back Rector, we win the game. Cool. Very, very fine. Basically, we left ourselves with a few good options to how we survive this combat without getting hit. Draw Wicked Blaze into Rector, or draw the draft when I can protect him here. Like this. And that was it. I could have explained that a little better in the moment, however, it was just kind of a go, go, go sort of situation. I'm going to grab Molten Encasement. Great pickup. If we get the card known as Reform, I think it's called Molded, actually. If we get Molded, this run is probably a win. If we don't, it's a little more complex. But with Burning Candle and a Reform, we're basically just going to remove Umbra from this run. Is where this one's going right now. Are we gonna Large Stone a draft? Yeah, these cards aren't good. I would rather have nothing than those cards. Large stoning a draft is kind of cool, but it's also not that good to me. Like, it's kind of whack. I think I'm just going to give him +10. And we're going to purge. I'm going to start purging Shade Splitters. We're going to remove Umbra from this run. This is a mono blue run. I'm going to purge one more. I think it's actually right to just clear them out. This card is mostly worthless. The best thing it can do for us is summon a 4/1 morsel that kills a collector for me, which is not very good. Take the trial here for sure. The unit draft we're looking for is Lady of the Reformed. In a run where we're going to be reforming a lot, we want Lady of the Reformed, we want Crushing Demise, we want Subsuming Blade. Things that let me kill my my units, basically. Things that let me get them killed. Because them dying is an important step into reforming them. And we just really want to get molded as well. Like, really just want to pick up molded. If we don't get it, we can just use Wicked Blaze. I'm just going to have to -1 it once or twice, and then it's okay. 50 goes... Oh, that's right, because this is 55 because of the changes to their health. Of course. Fine. Now Rector burns out. End of the combat. We're fine. I think that we're 100% okay here. Just need to clear out the dregs. And I guess buff this Train Steward. Clear the dregs so that we draw into Molded most likely, or whatever it's called here. What's it called? We have, not Molded, but we have Wicked Blaze, right? Yeah. I will just drop the Molten Encasement up here. We have to hit it in time. Like, it's impossible not to. It's just a matter of if I hit it here or next turn. Back Rector, and he goes 3 rounds with Last Night, which might not be enough. It's not quite enough. Indeed. But Train Steward behind him, that's enough. Yeah. Sweet. Now please give me Molded. Excellent. Excellent. Just excellent run. Oh, excellent. Oh yeah, this is a really good one. This is a run that went from god-awful we're going to lose to we have a really good chance in 2 floors, right? Exploding Candle, pick up a draft start, and the Molded... Like, draft Wicked Blaze is a really good start. Like, it's a really good start. We're going right path here because I don't want the banner, by the way. I just want to grab, like... Oh my goodness. What a lad. Giving him multi-strike 3, you may be like, ah, why? But the answer is... As we get further into this run, it makes more sense, because hopefully I'm going to be reforming that guy a very large number of times. Just take a moment to think about this one, right? You could make a lot of Spike Driver colonies with melting. You could make, like... So you could go into a combat with 3 of them, and then have those 3 die, giving you... 6, and then you reform them, and if you can get like a few more deaths in there, you could come away from this with like 12 or 13 Spike Drivers. That sounds awful, by the way. That sounds really bad. Automatic Rail Spikes doesn't sound that bad here. Is it to an enemy? No, it's 10x damage. This is a really good pickup because I can use it to kill my own units to reform. I'm going to give it a try. We gotta get 4 of them, and then she'll upgrade them to do... I don't remember what. Essentially, we need a way to kill our own units, and Automatic Rail Spikes does that with ease at a 10x. I think she might upgrade it to, like, basically be x plus 3, so it does that doesn't sound right. I have no idea what she upgrades Rail Spikes to do. I don't know if I've ever picked it in my life. Okay, so... Kinda awkward that we lost space middle floor, because the ideal setup is Lady and Rector on the middle floor, and then on the bottom floor we just have dregs and drafts dying to clear stuff out, and also to be reformed, and then when it's time I put them on the... Like, I put a dreg or a draft here. However, I'm pretty sure that if I just play this like this, they will kill Daedalus for us. It's Plating Seal Daedalus as well, which is, in my opinion, not the easiest one. I think that Explosive Sigil is a little easier. Plating Seal Daedalus can still hit you with a bad position 10 damage, but it's fine. Drag here. We'll just double drag here. I'm gonna Rail Spikes this guy. We want to get the quest finished. I don't know what the upgrade is, so I'm not going to worry about like giving it... Maybe giving it plus 10 is good, but I just want to get the quest finished, I think. So we're just going to work towards that. And so this is 2, 4, and then the bomb goes off, so we put a draft here and you'll wipe most of this floor out. Actually, if I place you here, we'll wipe that entire floor. Wiping that entire floor is bad. We want to stack burnout on Rector. Rector will 1v1 Daedalus, I'm pretty sure. No, he'll do 250 to Daedalus on his own. With 2 ways to reform our units, though, we shouldn't be too concerned, right? Especially when we Wicked Blaze this guy back and he becomes a 35 times 3. Again, I'm not sure I want to play him and have him just wipe this entire floor out, because I need burnout. Weird. Yeah, weird. I guess I'll let her take 5 because I need the burnout to happen. Strange. Like, I can't play this drag either. Really weird. He's too powerful. I don't want my Rector dying too early. But also saving health is good, so it's not bad. And him placing a bomb here is probably an upside for us. 35 times 3. What an animal. I'm gonna toss you. I'm gonna go ahead and reform a draft on the top floor. Just to have him up here. However, this is the end. Daedalus does peace out here. This is final wave. You can play this here. Doesn't make a difference. That's fine. I think that 4 rounds out of her plus Rector should get then. We should have this. Is what I'm going to say. I think we have it for sure. I'm gonna end up rail spiking this drag. At 260. No, I'm gonna rail spike up here then. Fine. I think we just finished the quest here actually. So we'll learn. This is an event I never pick. So we're about to learn if I'm supposed what the quest finish looks like. Because I don't actually know what it does. I don't know if I was meant to upgrade that first. Like Spike Driver Colony, definitely need to upgrade before you start duplicating it. But what do you want to upgrade that for? Oh, Sacrificial Resurrection is huge. What a great pickup. I don't need any of that. And on this run, I think we need draw. Because I did clog the deck up a bit with these rail spikes. We might end up removing some of them later. But I did add a little bit of clutter to the deck. I think we need draw, even if it's... That's Rage Fell. That's fine. See what the upgrade does. Plus 10 magic power and consume. Oh, that's kind of awkward. Making them consume kind of takes away the purpose that I took them for. I guess it's fine. We'll have 4 single-use kills of my men. I guess it's fine. We're going right because we need a magic shop here. We want to find holdover for molded. We want a mold over, if you will. However, you can't give it another plus 20? That's kind of lame. So giving it plus 20 and consume would be better than plus 10 and so basically with this you want to give it plus 20 and consume the first time. Like on the first one, it'll take you longer to get there. At least 2 combats, but these will do 30 damage for free, which is pretty decent. I'm gonna purge the Morsel Miners. I'm just gonna purge all the Morsel cards. This is a mono blue deck, like I said. Yeah, Shadow Eater shows up for the second time to go, hey wait, did you forget about me? No, the whole point is that I didn't forget about you. Alright. Armor 15 is not that big of a deal on this combat. Our damage output is very high. Interesting thing to note, we didn't see a single Paraffin Thug or Wickless Tycoon on this run. No way to earn extra money, I think. I might be wrong about that. Oh, this is the wrong order. Hey, I'm gonna do one of these. This is I think this is only the second time I've ever done this in the entire series, but like, I hope that you'll forgive me. When I make a positioning error like that on the first turn because I'm not looking closely enough, I'm willing to just let myself have the fix. Just remember, it happens to everyone. You're not the only person who occasionally places their cards in the wrong order. And it's okay. Oh, look at Shade Splitter. And I'm talking about removing that card. When it's that good, come on. How am I gonna remove it when it looks that clean there? I think that, so a lot of times what I fall into a trap here. I wanna explain this trap so that you don't fall into it as well. A lot of times what I would do on this run here is I would play this draft down here. I would let him die with the plan of reforming him. However, when you get right down to it, this is not a combat with a double heavy. I believe the hardest it gets is Defender, Guardian, Healer. A draft should punch through that, or he's gonna punch 60 through. So I believe that I should just let this draft play. Middle floor, and then he burns out because this enemy doesn't attack. I fell into a different trap, but this time the trap is that I'm stupid. It's a different trap. Never mind, I wanted him to die. It was all a part of my plan. Oh no, this is the combat where you get Guardian, Absolver, Shaman. Okay. 4 drags also. I can actually I can't play them all and kill this 4. Huh. Weird. Because, like, they don't die. Only one of them dies. Right, if only I had that draft. I think that 94 sets you to what? You're at 120, so it sets you to 26. I'll definitely draw into the kill for you. Mostly worried about this. I think the best thing to do is just Shade Splitter and then Rail Spike this. Minimize our potential pyre damage. I'm taking a curse, but I almost have to draw a Rail Spike, unless they're bottom 2 cards, right? Because I'm drawing... Yeah, it's fine. And now we play this draft and we go, yeah. Actually, no, we play the Resurrection draft, for sure. Although, if I can't play the Resurrection draft unless I resurrect through my Rail Spike. 5 damage, I'll take 6. So I can save 6. Does this stop this wave? Let's see, do you stop this wave? What if I play him down here? Because if I play him here, he's gonna just put 2 hits on this Clip Guardian. We're gonna have another curse, which isn't that big of a deal. I can then Rail Spike this 4 and then Resurrection to burn the Way to Contrition. I have a guaranteed other Rail Spike coming up. However, I also have the Wicked Blaze coming up. So what I think is a little better here is playing the draft down here. He'll get his 40 damage punched into here on this Clipped Guardian. Just a shame that I have to choose between taking this 6 and then leaving this guy alive. Basically, this is where we're at right now. I know I have another Rail Spike next turn, and I have the Wicked Blaze next turn. If I Rail Spike this guy, I'm guaranteed to not take any damage on the next turn. Whereas playing around Rail Spiking this 4... Yeah, okay. This is a bit of an obtuse play, right? Because it feels like it should be better just to create a big draft. However, in terms of preserving our pyre health, it's better to Rail Spike up here, because I will draw a guaranteed kill for this Clipped Guardian, which means at worst I'm going to take 1 damage for this, from this Absolver, into my pyre. Whereas in the other line, we open ourselves up to potentially drawing into a... Like, we open ourselves up to drawing into a way that we just end up getting smacked, more or less. And by, like we get smacked by, not this guy, but we guaranteed the 6 damage, whereas on this line we did not take the 6 damage. In fact, we take no damage on this line. So, this was a little better. The Molten Encasement turns out to not be very good. Surprise, surprise, I'm playing a Reform build, and Molten Encasement isn't very good. Who is shocked? No one. I should throw it away. Nice, and we end up taking 1 instead of 6. It's a difference of 5 fire health, but that's important. Sometimes. You don't burn out, do you? Nah, he's fine. Oh, and then this is the one that's big. Well, play him for the explosion. Can't quite play enough to kill these 2 Absolvers, but we can just punch 90 here with the tomb. So who am I calling worthless? Sweet. And we only took 1, thanks to a little bit of thinking. solving that turn in a way that doesn't exactly feel intuitive, right? Because it feels like it's better just to make the big draft and set yourself up, but we were set no matter what. We had a big draft on the line. Ooh, I did say I wanted Crushing Demise or Subsuming Blade. Crushing Demise is a little better. Like, actually, it's a lot better with Exploding Candle. This is a combo that I've highlighted in the past. It's very strong. Crushing Demise plus Exploding Candle can wipe entire floors, basically. And, like, not even basically, it just does wipe entire floors. I'm gonna keep burning the Shade Splitters. We're gonna get rid of all of the Umbra cards because they are more or less worthless. So we're looking for -1 holdover on Crushing Demise. Plus 10 magic power isn't that good. Like, it's fine, but it's not that good. We could remove Consume from one of these, and then it's just free. Like, it's just 10 damage. Yeah. Because it doesn't do negative 10 damage. This is actually something that would be really interesting to test. However, I really think there's no reason to, but the question that I want to ask and pose here is, if you play this card at 0, does it do 10 damage or does it do 0 damage? Let's think about this for a moment. Because it does 10x -1, which means that it would do, if you play it at 0, it would do 10 times -1, which is -10 damage. In other cases in this game, it does, like, enemies, the big example of this is Winged Indulgence, right? If an enemy through Winged Indulgence gets dropped to, what is it? How's this work? Right, enemies that have 0 attack technically have -1 attack, but they don't heal you. But, like, if they get given a +2 with the -1, they end up at 1. I'm not going to do this because it's like, this is the only situation I can even imagine where this is possible. But it's an interesting one to think about, at least. It's a fun thought experiment. Yeah, these have been bad. I need a holdover pretty roughly here. 2 holdovers in this run is over. 1 holdover in this run is probably still over. Right, I'll leave 1 Shade Splitter in. Oh, I won't. Psych. Get rid of it. I'm probably going to spend all my money here. Nah, I don't need to. We should save it in case there's a holdover in the next shop after a roll. Multi-strike is fine. It's only scary for 1 round. We should clear everything with ease here because the deck is pretty thin. Even though we have 4 rail spikes, this deck is pretty consistent anyway. Yeah. Fun play here, right? I'm gonna play Rector and crush him. He wipes the floor, and then we get to bring him back as a 95-85 instead of an 80-80. A fun little optimization for you there. Great turn 1 though, really, really good. We 100% the collector. We get it, like, we get everything we need here. Yeah, excellent turn 1. So you wipe the entire floor after the first double hit. I can just Sacrificial Resurrection. So first of all, we want to just mold it. I want to keep that card for sure. I think that just sacrificing into a bigger drag is a bigger draft is decent, but it's not that decent. This guy does 60. This one will do 50 times 2, so 100. Which means that, like, I'd mostly be doing it for the purges. I think it's a little better to play it like this. I don't think I want to Sacrificial Resurrect right now. 4 hits here. Oh, and he gets like 14 times 2, right? These guys just die. It's fine. He's gonna multi-strike. Him multi-striking is important because otherwise we would have the fear of burnout. We don't have that much fear of burnout because these guys are going to multi-strike as well. Drop you, let you do your thing, which is die. Trains to a top floor. We've been getting pretty fortunate with our space losses as well. Whoops. I'm actually just gonna kill him myself then. I didn't realize that. Oh, because the first one dies and then. Okay, yeah. I need the double hit onto Lady, I believe. But the deck gets super, super thin once you go through it the first time. Like, very, very few cards left here. Very, very little. In fact, basically nothing left here. I'll just wait here, it's fine. Yeah, 6 cards after we go through it the first time. which is good, but it's also bad for the purposes of Sacrificial Resurrection. But it's good for the purposes of, like, this is a really good looking hand. Like, really, really strong looking hand here. Because we can mold this draft. In theory, if these cards aren't here, right, if these units aren't here later, we can then crush him with a 100% chance. Then bring him back again, and all of a sudden he's a 120 damage monster. And then Sacrificial Resurrection we just use to purge those dead wastes, so that the deck looks a little smoother. And look at that, she died just right. Minor issue, which is up here, but it's no big deal. No big deal. Sweet. This unit is a little scary, of course. Self-made Harpy, Sycophants of Seraph. I didn't point it out because I don't want to be negative, but it is very terrifying, of course. However, I think we have the raw damage numbers to kill him in 2 rounds. Yeah, with Rector having 85 health as well, we're good, for sure. Can actually just bring back a little more damage too. Doesn't matter where. Okay, we're fine. Also, Sacrificial Resurrection can just be played on a zero, like on a no card hand, essentially. Bring back the big draft. Yeah, okay. This is looking very good, actually. Killing this enemy with certainty is a good sign. Oh, Firestone Housing, very interesting. In a moment to take a little sip of water there. Interesting choices. You can make a great case for Fatal Melting. I would pick this in a heartbeat if we didn't have Exploding Candle. With Exploding Candle, this card is worthless to me, and so we're going to skip. And then we aren't playing Umbra. It's really weird that this run is just like offers you 1 card pack and then just gives you 10 gold. Like, super strange, right? We have a Steel Shop coming up, which means we're going to want to hit the Magic Shop here and then the Steel Shop here, and then we will decide what we want when we see what upgrades we have picked up. At this point, the removals are just gravy also. The deck goes down to 6 cards. This is a skip. Yeah, this is definitely a skip. The deck goes down to 6 cards though, which is a good one. That's also a skip. Being able to draw your whole deck every turn is really good. We're going to end up picking Space from Fel so we can play 2 drafts on the kill floor. And we look really, really strong right now. I'm just going to roll this. Nothing to give +10. The +10 doesn't really matter. -1 I don't want to put on. Actually, I do want to put on Wicked Blaze, I guess. No, I don't. Holdover doesn't matter, so I guess we will give it -1. But also -1 doesn't matter. I guess the -1 is a little better, though. Holdover just doesn't matter on this card, though. Holdover is better here on Crushing Demise. I think I might remove Sacrificial Resurrection when given the chance to. Can't find anything else from the Magic Shop, so we're definitely going to the 2 Steel Shops. We're probably going to remove... If I get 6 removals here, we remove Train Stewards and then Sacrificial Resurrection Molten Encasement. And then this deck is like super, super clean. In fact, I can afford a removal, right? Yeah. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't spend my money on removals right now. It makes Fel feel a little better, but Fel is already going to feel pretty clean to me. This run is looking... This is in contention for one of the strongest runs I've had in a while. I know it doesn't look that strong, like we're not crushing through things in single turns or anything like that, but you gotta understand how strong being able to just play our units out like this is, right? Being able to play with certainty. Basically, with certainty, we're hitting a good card every single turn. There's never a draw that I go, oh, this is a tough draw. Like, the worst draws are when we're doing automatic rail spike things. The card ended up not being that good. Like, this deck would be better without it at this point. However, I didn't really know what it upgraded into, so I had to pick it. Okay. This is fine. Taking 6. This floor is a little scary for Lady, but we just put 1 drag down. I want to throw the Molten Encasement away. I just throw it here. I put everything else in front, and then I just throw it in the back so that it still dies, but it doesn't stealth anything. It doesn't die here. I can just burn all 3 of these. How does that feel? Not bad. Clearing them out. The idea was good, but at this point, I didn't realize they got consumed. An important thing to know. I am just going to burn all 3 of these. I think I'm going to put them... up here. The reason I'm putting them up there is if any heavies walk by, we can then crush and demise up there. I think that no heavies go by us, but it's a good thing to keep open. Crushing demise is here. We now have the power. If this molten encasement wasn't here, we would have the power for sure. But we have the power to start really going crazy on this draft. As I've illustrated this before, but the game works in a very strange way with exploding candle and crushing demise. If you haven't seen this before, I will be sure to illustrate it on a turn where it's a lot easier to like illustrate, basically. And damage, kill him. I'm gonna throw him top 4 so he dies again, because we'll reform him again with molded. Yay, seems good to me. Also, this should let me kill this statue, which is nice. Yeah, I just want him to die. And I don't want him, I don't care if he's on the bottom floor hitting this Rage Boy. Rage Boy's not much consequence to me. Alright, all of a sudden he's a little more consequential to me. But, still. I didn't draw Sacrificial Resurrection. Strange. Here. I wanted to sacrificially resurrect the train stewards away, but it's fine. Like, they're not that big of a deal. I guess the best thing to do is just play him and then crush him. I could also, I'm going to probably end up wanting to crush these two as well ahead of final round. 2 here, and then we reform this guy. He's at burnout 3 now? Fine. We don't need to reform him a ton of times, it's just nice to. Put him here and he just kills this guy, actually. The thing is, I don't have to be super worried about my lady and my rector dying because they can be reformed very easily. Oh, it really isn't. It's not giving me the turn to illustrate how draft works, strangely. Or how Exploding Candle plus Crushing Demise interacts. But essentially, if you can kind of see it there. The way it works is that Exploding Candle goes first, so it sweeps all of the 2 and 3 health enemies away, and then it explodes, killing everything. Or then the enemy target gets hit, but it always has to be a high health enemy then. Is the short of it, anyway. You two are in trouble up here. I'm going to need... I need to duplicate Crushing Demise at this point. That's what we're waiting on now. I shouldn't be molding something here. I need to duplicate Crushing Demise, and then this one looks pretty good. Because being able to kill him twice per round is really strong for us. Right, so what we're actually going to do here is we're going to crush up here. Her dying is good. We just bring her back with a Wicked Blaze. And then I don't play her. In fact, what I should do here is I need him to... No, this is fine. I don't play her. I'm gonna kill Rector as well, and we're gonna come at this with fresh units. We're gonna give ourselves a fresh hand against Fel, where our entire army is full health, essentially. Oh, high rage, very scary, Fel. Congratulations, you've done it. Oh no, I have killed them. Right, and then I reform with Wicked Blaze. I want to bring the draft back so that he kills down here for us. And then I want to bring back Rector. But there's no reason for me to play them right now because I'll draw them every turn. We can act, like, honestly, what I can do here, now this is where you get into some pretty wacky stuff, right? I can then sacrificial resurrection these two, and then I can reform them even stronger the next turn. Now that's a weird one. Now, that is a weird one. But if you didn't know that works, you can do this. Very odd, I recognize, but you're allowed to. If you consume a card, you can reform it from the consume pile. They don't actually have to die. Let me press enter. Well, Fel, looks like you got me. I have no units. Oh wait, I lied. I have a lot of units. That's right. I'm actually very strong, Fel. Goodbye. Oh yeah. Just deploy a fucking massive army of killers here. So it's not gonna kill Seraph right now. However, we have some more time to go. We could, oh my god, we could go huge with Bounty Stalker here. This dude could get massive, right? Even though we only have one combat ahead of Seraph. I think it's wrong. If we got offered this at Daedalus though, this is like crazy powerful. Crazy, crazy powerful. However, it is not here. And we're gonna pick space. We don't need energy very clearly. This is a space pickup for sure. All we have to answer, because heavies are answered and backline is answered, all we have to answer now is Seraph, which I think we can do with a decent amount of certainty in a few pickups. So there is a good reason to hold on to this card, as it turns out. Kind of a weird reason, but it's not a bad reason. Landing a +10 here is okay, but it's not that good. Quick also is not good. We're just gonna roll this. +25 for Lady is good. Giving him Burnout 1 +5/+5 is okay. Not really that good, I don't think. I kind of like extending Lady's Burnout and giving her +5. However, look at the map. Hellvent, we definitely want to go left, but I think we definitely want to go left because duplicating Crushing Demise is pretty important. Being able to kill that draft twice per turn is really strong. And 2 more removals is good, which means this is our last Merchant of Steel, unfortunately. Endless on her is not great. But basically the Pyrestone housing is going to be more or less worthless. It's worth 5 attack. Okay. I messed up a little bit by going here then. Or not going here, by rolling there, instead of taking the +10, but I thought that the Merchant of Steel was with the Hellvent and the Vortex. I was incorrect. 145. What a nerf. And I'm gonna save my money. Hopefully we get to take this trial. We should be able to take almost anything here. Spell Shield 2? Yeah, we can take that. For sure. Although, oh, it's kind of awkward because the Winged Conduits have 6 health. Why does this unit have 6 health? What a... like, this unit is one of... there's not many units in this game that make me go, what the fuck? This guy kind of makes me go, what the fuck? Why does Winged Conduit have 6 health? Why would he not have less than that? I guess they want this combat to be just slightly more scary if your plan is killing enemies by 5. That's fine. Like, it's still fine to take Spell Shield 2 because we can just play multiple dregs in the early sections of the combat. It's just always something that kind of struck me as odd. Top 4 losing space is fine. We go drag, drag, draft down here. Although, do I want the draft to live? Yeah, I want the draft to live to push his damage through. Because we're not all set up yet. Oh, I fucked up. I should have actually not played it like this. Because I forgot about the collector. If it spawns top 4, we miss it. It's okay. But yeah, ultimately playing this draft down here is kind of meaningless. He should be top 4 for sure. Okay, it's fine. It spawned middle 4. Oh, and we could just draw in rail spikes to catch it also. Okay. Right, okay, okay. We should be fine now. At worst, we're gonna take like a 50 here, which isn't even that. Like, oh yeah, 50 damage. That's a lot of damage, of course, but it shouldn't be that bad. Just a little awkward of a combat because of the way that our cards drew, but it should be okay. And I'm just gonna burn this here. Shouldn't be worth anything. But it should be okay because basically there's a 60% that I draw into Crushing Demise and then I just catch all the heavies from here on. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. So at this point it's fine. Yeah, at this point it's 100%. Crush you. A little sad that I don't catch this Winged Conduit here, but it should be okay. All in all, I was pretty confident in taking this trial, just because at this point it should be cake, more or less. Unfortunately, we've gone 3 combats without me being able to illustrate the exploding candle synergy I was talking about. However, what can you do? let's look into this one for a second. I think the best thing to do here is going to be molded onto the draft. We then play him, crush him. Cool, I won the 50-50. Play him again, and I'm just gonna slot him in right here. I'm also going to rail spike you. No, that doesn't seem right because I can't quite kill her. I'm just gonna have to crush this floor a few times, I think. I'll burn this. May as well. I would rather draw that draft than a deadweight. Yeah, there's brief respite. I'm just gonna crush this floor 3 times, I think. Yeah. And then just reform Rector. Make sure I don't go overboard here. Throw this draft away. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's fine to do this. Really weird. Like I'm kind of into a I'm not certain what we're doing anymore sort of situation. I really want this lady to die. The heck, dude? Fine. I can play one unit, right? So next turn I need to be able to reform 2, or I can reform 2. I can reform lady and I can reform 1 more. And also I'll guarantee kill the wing conduit, which is good. So I need to have one of the units in my deck. Like one of them needs to be ready, and one of them can die. So I think draft should go die, and then Rector should be at the ready. The draft goes down here, he punches his 185 in there, and then we mold back Rector. Then next turn we crush lady, reform her, reform the draft, play lady, Rector, draft, kill. Easy. Easy. So then we just make sure I don't fuck this up, right? We Wicked Blaze onto the draft. Play it. Wow, he almost kills himself. Yeah, these two just win it. But then we throw the lady down for posterity's sake. And that's it. Good. And so one of the strongest things about this build too, because I'm not really using the space, but what the space, I didn't need the energy and I didn't need the draw. The space lets me just play a draft here to help even things out if I need to. But the really big thing it does is it allows us to set up this team on 3 floors, right? So I can have them on bottom floor, and then I can have them get cleared, and I can then put them on middle floor to fight Seraph a 2nd time, and then I can put them top floor to fight Seraph a 3rd time. Interestingly enough, maybe I don't need to go for the 2nd Crushing Demise. I think I still do. Check the trinkets first, because burnout trinket's huge. Indulgence is underwhelming here. Because our units want to die, this doesn't help. Pyro Wall is kind of worthless, and Drop Cage is kind of worthless, so we're going to roll this right out the gate. This is useless as well. Okay. Then over here, I'm not sure I can actually buy anything other than like +10s or permafrosts, which aren't very good, so we're going to end up spending all of our money on removals, which is a good feeling. How important is it to have Sacrificial Resurrection in the deck, I guess, is the question we have to evaluate next. I'm going to dupe the Crushing Demise. Duping Crushing Demise lets me kill things so much faster. The only thing that I would even consider duplicating instead is another Molded, or actually another Sacrificial Resurrection. No, another Wicked Blaze, because if I do that, then I can reform all 3 of them, as it sits I can only reform 2 of them, but it should be okay. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna purge. How good is this card? Without it, basically this card right now is just removing 2 deadweights. But I don't need that, I don't think. I think I don't need that, so I'm gonna burn it. And I'm gonna burn... I don't want to hold on. I'm gonna burn Molten Encasement. And... yeah, I think that those 3 relics they offered me are just worthless. Really, they just don't do anything. So we're gonna burn... I'm gonna burn the other draft, because he costs 1 energy and I'm never going to make any use of him. It means that I only have 1 draft though, actually, because I have Sacrificial Resurrection burned. So never mind, I should hold on to this, just to have as like a little... why? There's no reason to. Yeah, there's no reason to hold on to this guy. Yeah, it's fine. Ember Drain doesn't even matter on this combat, because every card in this deck... there's 2 cards in this deck that cost energy. Rail Spikes technically cost energy, but for what it does, it doesn't. I guess there is no reason for me to not make one of these do 20. Maybe it'll be important. Cool. 18 card deck though. Like, this is the thing. I really believe that Exploding Candle is one of the strongest relics in this game because it lets us set up like this. With just Crushing Demise, we can remove... like, this is a deck that, without Exploding Candle, looks really bad. With Exploding Candle, we have... let me just bring up the deck here, right? We have... I mean, shit, you could remove these 4 Rail Spikes. This is a 14 card deck. And the only reason it isn't less is because I didn't have 5 more removals to clear out these 5 dregs, right? Well, I'd probably leave 2 in. I would probably leave 2 in. So at the end of the day, this deck has 18 cards, and to win, it really only needs like 12. Not counting the deadweights too, 10, right? This is a deck that really just needs 2 Reforms, Lady, Rector, and Draft. I'm talking about it like we won already, but like the thing is, we won already. So once again, I get to illustrate the old how drag and crush, how a unit dying works with Crushing Demise, with Exploding Candle. If you see, and some units don't work this way, but drag does. You play the Crushing Demise, the explosion goes off while his death animation plays. His indicator gets stuck on the screen apparently. There we go. But the explosion from Exploding Candle goes off while his death animation plays, wiping the floor. And then the second half of the Crushing Demise plays, killing the enemy. Oh, I forgot to play Lady. Whoops. That's okay. Like, it's actually fine because I don't need her, basically. Rector is going to end up burning out anyway. Right, so same thing here. And same thing. Like, they were going to end up burning out. I kill everything myself, so I have to do the killing of... I have to kill my units to mold them, basically. The only problem is if she's like a 7th card or something like that, but I don't think she is. As you can see here. I guess I'll just play these on Seraph. What a weird looking train. There's just nothing. Like, there's actually just nothing on this train right now. We just end our turn and everyone's dead. How strange. I'll take my free damage into Seraph here for sure. Any chip damage we get is good. Okay, so I do need to have Lady dead or on the floor because she takes up 1 draw slot. So she'll just go sit over here. Kill him. This is where we get to really amp this guy up because we get to reform him twice per turn. And he's gonna end up being very large. He's basically gonna solo Seraph. At the rate we're going anyway. Kill him. Reform him. Like, oh, what a dream, right? Really, all I can say about this is what a dream. This is truly one of my dream runs. Being able to play it out like this. Oh, I love this shit. You're burning out? No, you're not burning out. I need to kill her. Do I have to kill her right now, though? That's the question. No, I don't. I can kill her next turn. 100 times 3. Wow. He's gonna punish Seraph here. That's a free, like, 315 damage right there. And so, our next turn is very simple. I kill her with a Crushing Demise, and then I reform her and Rector in front of our boy here. You die. Reformer. Welcome back, lady. Just bring back Rector. And Rector gives us the win here. Yeah. Why does Rector give us the win? Because he's another 5 rounds and this guy just goes fucking mad with power. And the thing to remember about this is this, like, we kill him here and it looks close, but don't forget, I can just reform these guys on the top 4 or the middle 4. It's, like, it's over, Seraph. This run was ridiculously strong. So the secret to playing Melting Umbra, by the way, is to just find Burning Candle. Yeah. Like, I almost said it before I clicked the artifact thing, but I didn't. But Burning Candle, or Exploding Candle, in my opinion, is a like top 3 relic because it answers what is the hardest question for melting, which is how am I killing backline. Melting only has one card that kills backline, I'm pretty sure, which is Fatal Melting. That card costs 2 and requires you to have units dying. But when you get to turn your units, when you get to pick up a Crushing Demise and blow up your burnout units and then reform them and then blow them up again with a second Crushing Demise and wipe double heavies without even a fucking thought, it's like, it's just free, right? Like, that's the thing. This run felt strong because there was never a moment where I went, uh-oh, it's gonna be close and if we take damage here. The only moment was like, oh, we might not draw into our fate or our Crushing Demise on this turn. Automatic Rail Spikes was worthless on this run, by the way. That upgrade makes it completely worthless for the one thing I thought it was gonna be good for, which was consistently killing my own units. Removing Consume from it was maybe fine, but honestly, double Crushing Demise is way better. Another card mastered, though. I wanna just give a shout out. I'm gonna bring up the run summary. Shout out fucking Exploding Candle. The run was actually impossible, but like this run does not work without Exploding Candle because you just get stepped over. The difficulty spike is insane without this relic because of how much it does for you here. Because this relic inadvertently answers both heavies and backline thanks to Crushing Demise, where normally you'd Crushing Demise and you'd go, hope this kills a frontliner for me. Instead it goes, this kills the entire floor, as long as it kills a drag or a draft, which it does pretty easily. And then you get to kill draft, reform him, kill draft, reform him. You end up with a man doing 315 per round. That's a lot of damage. Really cool run. I love these runs when I get them. Exploding Candle is very quickly rising towards my favorite relic of all time sort of situation. Where did we even take damage? We took 1 damage at the Tormentors. The entire run we took 1 damage. Is that right? Wow. We took every trial and took 1 damage from that 1-5. That was the only damage we took in the entire run. That's crazy. Like, this is so strong. Truly incredible. And yet, this isn't a run that would get you this isn't a run that racks you up a high score, because while this is very strong, this isn't like kill Seraph on turn 3 sort of strong, right? This isn't your 7 multi-strike Shadow Siege. But anyway, enough rambling and basically just gushing over how good Exploding Candle is. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave me a like if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a good one. Later.